other one's not closed. Okay.
All right, we're waiting on a couple other people. We'll get started.
Yes. 7?
Yeah, does that work? Mm-hmm. And then, well, I'm going to take that right here so that one. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. I will go ahead and get going. Let's see, there's a couple things I want to talk about real quick before we get started with our freshman development today. The first one here is a packet that I created for Citizenship Block. I know some of you might be looking for materials for Citizenship Block. This cover page right here just outlines and it shows for each day what you should be working on, and then I also have a bunch of plans and things like that in this packet too. And I'll try to update this every single week and get this to everybody so that way you can do the stuff in the classroom. There's a few things in here that are it can be K-3, and then there's a few things that are just second, third grade because it's a little bit more difficult. If you want to try for kindergarten first, that might be something that you can maybe modify it and do. But I will pass those around the table, so we're going to take one. A couple of things. The first thing that we want to try to hit on every single day, and this is something that maybe you could work into a closing circle or even the morning meeting, and that is like a moral of the day type thing. And we're going to use use some Aesop's fables to do that. One of the pages I have here has a bunch of the stories, the real short stories, and then it has the moral. Really, all you have to do is just kind of read it out loud with the students, just kind of discuss it and talk about the moral and how it applies to them. I think that's important because it really teaches some good moral, gets kids thinking about different kinds of behaviors and things like that. And could spark some good discussion in the classroom. Also, I included this first page of the Elementary Catechism of the Constitution again. Make sure that you're going over that. There are 7 questions on this first page. Make sure that you guys are going through that and kids understand them. At the end of next week, on Friday next week, I'm going to push out an online quiz to the kids, and they will have to answer these questions. All right? And see how they do. All right, so make sure that your kids are up on that, and we'll try to do maybe a new one every 2 weeks or so. Just kind of keep up on that. And also the virtue trackers in there as well. You can make copies of this for each of your kids. There's 2 per page. Have them every single day track how, because we've so far we've done patience, and this month is kindness. Have them track every single day. Just put a check mark with an X in the box if they've demonstrated patience or kindness for that day. And then talk to them about being honest with themselves. The goal is to get all 20 across. Obviously, it's the middle of October, so you won't get all 20. But we'll have this kind of fill in November since there's only the 1 week of November. So this will be for October, November. And we're working on the patience and kindness. So we're going to be adding to the list as we go throughout the year. There's that. And then Monday and Wednesday, starting after our trimester breaks, when we get back on December 1st, you guys are going to be teaching Latin.
It's just the way he said it.
All right. So, part of the class education is teaching different languages, and part of that is Latin. Latin will really help your kids with the phonics awareness, grammar skills, and that sort of thing. We found a really good program that actually teaches Latin through song. So it'll be through activities, and they'll be learning the Latin through different types of songs and that sort of thing. So when you get the materials, you'll see it's actually very easy to follow. It's very easy to do, and it is geared towards kindergarten through 3rd grade. So we'll kind of continue that as we add grade levels 4th through 4th and 5th grade have a different Latin curriculum, and then 6th through 8 will have basically a full-blown Latin course that we'll offer to those.
So it's not like a Latin course that we're adapting for kindergarten?
No.
It's literally before that age?
Right.
Okay.
It's really cool. I've looked at it a little bit, and the songs are really neat. The activities are really neat. It's very kiddish. Like, it's not like, I was like, are you sure, Joe? Like Latin, but no, it's really cool.
And that's
I'm really excited.
Yeah, that would be doing that. So 2 days a week, we want to have those classes because if you don't do at least 2 times a week, it's not going to mean anything. They're not going to retain anything. So I figured on Mondays and Wednesdays, we could do the Latin lessons, and they're supposed to be quick. They're supposed to be interactive, and when you get the little, the kit with all the information in it, it's really simple to do, really simple to follow. So it comes with like a worksheet that you can go through with the class and that sort of thing too. Maybe get some homework, and it's something that the kids will be able to do. It's not something that's way over the top. But at least gets them to see language and gets them thinking about all the different, like the conjugation and that sort of thing. So starting that when we get back from fall break. All right, let's see. Tuesdays, we're going to reserve for like a personal finance day. I put in here some lessons from, I think it was from one of the credit card companies, I don't know if it was Visa or MasterCard. They have a whole curriculum on there about practical, it's called Practical Money Skills for Life. And lesson 1 here, and I think everybody can do this one. It's really simple. At least gets, I mean, I think even kindergarten can do this pretty simple. This is the first lesson. There's different types of activities and stuff in there, so you do 1 of those per week. Also on Thursday is the Foundations of Government Day, and if you are in 2nd or 3rd grade, we have a iCivics program. We'll print out these really nice lesson plans that you can use with the class. And there's also online resources too. And I even think that kindergarten and 1st grade can do the online stuff. So there are games that you actually play. I would suggest that the teacher lead those, so you would actually lead it with the class and have them participate with it. They couldn't do it on their own. But it's at least like a game type activity that the kids could do that teaches them foundations of government, Constitution, all that kind of good stuff. All right, and then Fridays will be the Virtue of the Month day. So we'll talk about the Virtue of the Month, so it's kindness. And I thought we could break it up into different weeks. So typically there are 4 Fridays in a month. They could include some sort of an art activity where the students would create something representing whatever it might be. So this month is kindness. So the kids could create something that would, you know, some picture or some form of artwork that would demonstrate what kindness looks like. Also a piece of writing, it could be a real simple, like a 1 paragraph or just a few sentences, describing what it means to be kind, or whatever it is for the Virtue of the Month, and maybe even describing some way that they have been kind or how they've shown the Virtue of the Month as well. And then also I thought we could continue the presentation. So what I'll do is I'll create the Google Slide presentation that you can use to introduce your kids to it, the Virtue of the Month, and I'll just simply put that in the Citizenship Block folder under the academic folder in the Google Drive, and you can just pull that up and use that to introduce the topic for the month. I won't do one for this month because we're already a couple weeks into it. But starting in December, we'll do that. And I also thought we could somehow figure out for maybe the 4th Friday of the month, some sort of like a school, like a community service, like a school service project type thing that for kindness, you know, think of something with your class that you might want to do somewhere else that would demonstrate kindness in the school, for maybe another classroom or a staff member or somebody, something. So be thinking about that and develop that with your kids. I want this to be as student-driven as possible, so have them kind of create these ideas and come up with the ideas on their own, so they really understand the importance of all these virtues that we go over. All right? So that is a really brief rundown of Citizenship Block, and I will give these to you every single week. All right? And if you're not here, I will provide those to you as well. All right. Well, we'll go ahead and get started with our professional development. Today's focus is technology, and Ashley will be giving some information and presenting about technology. So,
first thing that we're passing out is just an updated sheet on your goal minutes. I know that we talked on Friday or with you on Monday about just like the kind of goal, like number of minutes your kids should be hitting in different areas. But then when we originally came up with those numbers, we didn't take into account past game time or the junior achievement that like pushes in. So these are adjusted numbers, and like I said before, like these are, it's like every single student's present, every single student's on it 100% of the time, there's no disruptions, so like 100, like it has to be like totally 100%, like that's what like, that's what your kids' like goal numbers would be, so you can see they're adjusted, and everybody's a little bit different. We also went through and we adjusted I think we just made one or two changes to Nicole's schedule, maybe somebody's schedule.
Nicole.
So that every single grade level will have an instructional assistant in there during one of their labs. So like the instructional assistant can like take care of those like kids who are logging themselves off or kids who just like and like kind of like act like they need attention, and that way you can pull kids out. So that means that like when they are in there though, you have to be like if we're gonna like put people in there for that support, that you have to be like pulling your small groups and like getting people that way. You're not just having like an extra body in the room, like just so you can, I don't know, staple or I don't know, and do anything else to just like make sure that when you have people in the room for the support, like that you are pulling like those small groups. Also, when you are pulling the small groups, like I know you have a lot of students that get pulled for like different things. Try to make sure that you're not like, it's not Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday during Compass Lab, you're pulling the same kids, because that means that those same kids who you'd be pulling 5 days a week are never getting on the learning path, or they're never getting on Khan Academy. So like try to like make it, like if they pulled once during this, maybe another time during this lab, yeah.
Okay, so for RTI time, you'd rather have us do like every other day with Compass, and then the other 2 days do it during Com? Is that what yours?
I'm saying that like you wouldn't want to pull like the same kids 5 days a week during the same lab. So yeah, you would want to try to switch it. So like you like during RTI, like your RTI is not 5 days a week, are they? Because like you have like for the same kids.
It's supposed to be 5 days a week.
For the same kids over and over again. Yeah, then I guess we have to go one lab, right? Is that right?
I would suggest, yeah, alternate it, like
Alternate lab, or like get pulled during one.
Or you do that, hit them during workshop or something like that. You just find a time.
And it's like, kind of let us know that way, like when we look at like the numbers during the week, it's not like, why kids like look like they're not on there like at all, like they're on there for like 4 minutes for an entire week, but it's like, that's because they were getting pulled that time, which is fine, except for if they're getting pulled during Compass Lab one time, then maybe the next time it's pulled during Com Lab or during your workshop or during,
I'm just thinking of people like Kamora who will have math and English, or math and language, RTI, both intervention. So I just.
Did we say it would be 5 days a week, or did we do like a 3 day a week?
Was it 5 days a week?
Was it 5?
That's 5 days a week.
like, remember that part, I guess, like that's just like the exception.
I don't know, we have a meeting tomorrow, or Thursday for RTI, so we can.
Yeah, let's figure it out then.
I think that's appropriate. Good thinking.
So yeah, just making sure that those kids are getting on there at least a little bit. The other thing that we, I know we talked about was just like having just like generally more like communication and support regarding everything. So if you are having a problem with like instructional assistants, like maybe feel like you guys like don't know what's going on, or if there's just like a timing issue or anything like that, just let us know, that way we can work it out. That way everybody's like is getting on there as much as possible, and needing other resources or just like extra support, just fill out like one of those forms and we'll see what we can do, just make sure everybody has like what they need, because it can be overwhelming, especially like I know for first grade when kids are just clicking and clicking and clicking. The other thing that I started to do, and I'll share it with you once it gets a little bit more developed, is I know a lot of like I was looking at some of the Khan Academy like things that like kids are consistently struggling in. And I know that they come with videos, but some of those videos don't actually even, like, if you watch the whole video, it'll give them the answers, or it'll give them, like, hints and stuff for, like, part of it, but not, they won't, like, really teach them a lot, or just missing some pieces. So I'm actually making a document that has the different lessons broken down from Khan Academy that has other YouTube videos that are connected, that would help to teach or help supplement, like, what the Khan Academy, like, isn't giving. So if you, like, when we look at, like, on Fridays, or, like, this is like, I don't know, like what was like, I don't know, attributes of shapes or something like that, but like, you have like 6 kids struggling and they just can't get past it and they're getting really frustrated. Maybe like for the 6 kids, you like, hey, like here's like Google Doc, and you watch like these like couple of YouTube videos and then you can see it, and then go back in, and then try again. So that's a YouTube playlist, and it'll also be a Google Doc that you can just copy and paste from that has everything hyperlinked to it. So, so that, and it'll hopefully help see those kids who are just like, I don't know what I'm doing, like, over and over and over again, like, what you do. And they also went through and removed everything, the language of extension, social studies, and science from everybody, so your kids can only be on their learning path. So good luck.
I had one too. There's only two.
There's a reason, yeah.
At least you get to pick one.
Yeah, because we're just seeing so many kids who are just like, I just want to click on the green one, like, yeah, I bet you do.
I saw their faces when I had my meeting with them on Monday. So I see that you haven't been on. Yes, I know.
I know everything. Yeah, that's just the scare. I'm like, how do they know? How can they do it?
I just know.
Yeah. So sorry, I'm going really fast. So I don't want to like take too long. But so hopefully those kids who are just consistently like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Like hopefully some of these YouTube videos, some of them are lessons, some of them are just like songs and like stuff like that. But I try to make them so like they should be able to like watch the video plus the Academy should help get them through. So at least even if it's just like it's just distractful for 5 minutes, so you can go and move on and help other kids instead of like babysitting like 1 or 2 kids over and over again. But there's that. And then Joe, I lied to you. We were going to do the pair deck.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Is there anything you share?
Probably.
Share it with me real quick, and then I can pull it up. Because it won't let me log out.
Oh, we're going to do kindergarten that one day, and we logged it off.
I just shared it with you. And then they introduced Pair Deck during your guys' Google training. I don't remember if you guys remember about it. It's like a slideshow, right? Except for like you have your kids log into a specific website. They give the website shows what you want to start presenting, and your kids log into it. And from there, they can only see like what you show like on your screen. And so it's like you click the next slide, they get the next slide. So we did like a flip book. So we did like you yeah, it should be in your incoming. So I just shared it with you.
Any questions?
Did you get it? Yeah, sure. All right, so. And so what you can do is you add questions, and you can make multiple choice, or I think that multiple choice or yes or no is probably just like overall the best right now, so you can do better at thinking. So, let's see. Maybe it's because I was opening it. So your kids have their combo set, and so as you click, they see the next slide, they see the next slide. No, I just put it. So if there's a question, you're going to pop up with a question, and then they can click like yes, no, this is right there, and it says on your screen, and then you can get really good feedback for your other team, or just if the teacher is engaged, they have to answer the question. And you're like, all right, I have 10 of my friends who answer the question, like, the other two, you get on it.
Can you see who does and hasn't?
But if you want to do like the start presenting on the side, I can log in. I can sign into my computer and pretend like I'm a student.
Where do you do that?
It should be on the side. Kind of cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really simple. You click on start presenting, and then it kind of goes. And then.
So you have to go to pairdeck.com/join, and that you can make that like a bookmark if you want to.
Click on that, and then tell the kids to Tiny Pal Jeans Junkies Outcomes.
Tiny County Junkies.
Okay, so I joined, and so you can kind of see like this on my computer. So you want to.
So this would be like if you did your session right here.
You have all the kids. Yeah, you see all the kids who've done it. So then my computer says, what is Rome? And then you can talk about it, you can go to the next slide. There's a couple of them.
And then it automatically advances on the kids' computers.
When you sharing the next one.
Yeah, and so like these are just like the pictures from our own flip book, and I think one or two more there's a question. And what do you think architectural means? And so then I'll go like, I don't know, it's something that takes too much time and dedication.
So you can see up there, up here on the screen, you see who's logged in. So you have a list of all your students that are logged in, and then you'll see their answers. So if you just type in letter C, two letters.
You could do this during listening and learning.
Yeah.
And then reading the book, so they have it right there in front of them.
Yeah, and then see the pictures off the side. That's what I did when I made this one. You just like use the questions that are alongside it. And then you can actually lock the student answers when you, and that way they can't like just like click like 100 times, and then you can go on the next one and you can like kind of see, and then you can, or else I usually, I guess there's only one student, so normally you could see like how many.
Do they say the answer on your presentation?
Yeah, I think it shows student responses.
Or do you do like an extra question or like something at the end?
Like you would see the other responses that came up, and then so then you could be like, oh, I noticed that absolutely nobody was paying attention to anything I was saying today. You all got it wrong. It's miserable. We're like, good job. You can kind of get that immediate response and feedback to see, and it keeps going. So like the yes/no ones are really nice, especially for the young kids, where like maybe like reading is going to be a little bit, reading might be a little bit of a struggle. You could either like make your multiple choice answers like happy face or sad face, like smile if you like it, frown if you don't.
You can also do ask a quick question too. So if you forgot something, you can just do real quick, yes, no. Click on it.
So yes or no, and so then
Then you can just verbally ask the question, and then they just give their response. You don't have to type it in.
Yeah, so then, what do I agree.
So it's a way for the students to really interact with the listening and learning lesson, and I see this being used pretty easily with that. They can have the computers, they can interact with it, they have the images, you control what they see on their computers because it's what you're presenting, and then you can also get that immediate feedback with the questions too that you ask.
So, which is, yeah, I think it's pretty nice. And so like I said, you can also kind of keep kids accountable for like who is answering questions, who's not, like who's paying attention, who's not. And I think at the very end of this one, I had like kind of like the other like comprehension questions that like you can like ask and everybody answers and go through and talk about them for a few minutes. Like this one, you'd have to talk about it for a minute or two, or and then you get to the end of it, and that's in your slideshow, and then you go, and Rome is obviously in Egypt, so.
So you can see.
I'll just sit in down here. That's easy. But yeah, I think that if this is something we're going to use, we'll get the premium version, so we would upgrade it, so you wouldn't even have to, like for this one, I just went in and just uploaded like the PowerPoint that has the flip book on it, and like the pictures were all there, and then I just went in and just added the questions. So that's another way to kind of be really interactive, get them out there, get them moving.
So if we have this up on the screen, will we have this up on the screen as well? Or you just know their answers would be up there since they all have it on theirs, or?
Because they're different views,
Yeah, you can change the view,
Okay.
So there's projector view, which is just,
Okay, perfect.
which just gives you that.
nice. And you can check the answer if you want, or whatever.
Yeah.
And yeah, you'll still see like how many people have responded down at the bottom.
Yes, you see no responses.
So you can say, oh, waiting on 3 people to still respond kind of thing.
Yeah, you got one response, and you can kind of know. Then you can always click on
Kind of like an echo.
that, and then you see where they are. So you get that, yeah, it doesn't give you, like, so that way if the kid clicks on the wrong answer, it's not going to single them out in the classroom.
Kind of like that.
But you can just get a really good idea of, oh, you know, they don't understand it, so let me jump back a slide real quick and then review it, so they do understand. You can wait for you to ask the question again, too.
Do you have to lock in the responses every time?
No, you don't have to.
No, you don't have to.
Okay.
It's just an option that you have.
Like, if you want to do a certain
Your
time
final
limit,
answer.
like,
Mhm.
yeah,
Okay.
let me give you.
And so it's like, yeah, it'll save it.
Yeah.
You know, so like, I'm not gonna share the whole thing and be like, oh, well, I don't have to use the wrong button.
When you end your question, it'll like, yeah, so I like just like did like a little test one for this one. If you guys need help like getting it started or getting like your kids logged in or anything, just let me know and we can work on it and we can make like a quick one for you and just see how you like it, if your kids work with it well. But yeah, it's just another option to kind of get those go a little bit more interactive. Yeah.
Really quickly, I don't have your time. So, I guess I don't really know much about this. How do you make one of these?
Oh, okay, so, yeah, I guess it's, excellent question. So it's, when you go into your Google Drive, I don't know if you guys downloaded it or not during professional development. If you did, when you open up your Google Drive, when it says like new, it'll say like doc, sheet, form, and then other or more, something like that, along the slide. And you'll just go to the more area and they'll have, like new Pear Deck, if you download the app.
Yeah, so if you create, so you just log in, if you just go to peardeck.com, click on log in, you already have, you can log in using your Google account. And then you can either, they save all these things in your Google Drive, so you can either just create a new one from scratch, or you can go open Google Drive, and it will open up your Drive, and then you can go to wherever you have the slideshow and just click directly on it, and it will automatically open it up. So you just create the slideshow like you normally would, and then you just go to Pear Deck, open it up, and then it pops up.
Okay. Yeah, and it's another thing that disconnected when you go along, so can't be mad about it.
And then I know, like the ones that we converted over to the Google Slides, they're like 100 and some slides long. We'll have to pull those out just for the specific story, because if you try to, because I've tried to do it, open up a slideshow that's over 120 slides long, it freaks it out and won't do it.
Yeah, so if you can even just if you do 1A lesson, you just take those slides and put them in new Google Slides, just copy and paste those slides in new ones, you're good to go.
My Pear Deck is my IDOM team, whatever. All my academic files are in the other one. Right? I don't really understand everything that's happening. I just don't understand my different drives.
You're in the right one.
Alright.
That's what makes it hold it. I'm just like, just pull the right file. I don't know.
I know what a new computer.
Just put the one.
What do you mean?
Where do you find that?
I don't know, just click on it or go.
Yeah, but I need to open it in Pear Deck.
I just clicked on it. Well, wait, what did you click on?
Well, but how do you open it in Pear Deck?
Okay,
It's not in my.
because you don't have any, you don't have any made yet, so you do presentations. And here you should have presentations from anything that was a presentation already.
Okay, so I have to make it with the.
Yeah, so I would just be because slide 15 to 25 is for lesson 2B or whatever, and you just copy those slides and open them up in a new one, save it, and then load them up there. So.
You click on create a new one, and then click on import.
There are a whole lot of presentations there.
You gotta go through the whole permissions thing. We'll do this one. Then it just imports the slides, and you're ready to go.
So here we go.
copy, and like save like the images. But for the most part, it should be pretty. With like the premium version too, you also have like the option to do like two draggable ones, so you could like, kids could like drag the answers instead of having like to click on one. Kind of like you could drag, like make different things and be a little bit more interactive with it. This one is just like the basic one, which is still pretty nice, but.
So if you guys think it's useful and that you'll use it, we will upgrade to the premium version.
Yeah, and if you need help making like your first video, like I'm really happy to help anybody and like get this, or even like come up there and help your kids get on it when like you do your first one.
Yeah, same here, like, I don't know how to do it.
I was gonna say, and when you're doing it with them, let me know, so I can sit and watch at the same time with you, we have slides, so I can do it.
So, just another fun option to add into it, so. And maybe it might help with just like getting the kids to like, because I know that sometimes just like getting them to sit still and everything like that in general is kind of be difficult, so maybe this will just help with like, both like close visual and like interacting with it, so. Definitely, yeah.
And it does take a few seconds, so this would be something that you'd want to just go ahead and have open on one of your tabs, so you can just go right to it and start going. So you click on it again, click on student view, they can see that, and then they can just type in there.
I would say that's all they have to type in, right? So they click the bookmark and then type that in. They don't have any username or anything.
Yep.
No.
So they type in original logos, shake
A
down.
lot of times it's log in with their like response thing. Yeah.
You go, you switch to these.
Original oboe, I missed it.
I know, I said that.
What was it, original shake
Shake
doubtful
doubtful
figs.
Good one, Pear Deck.
And if they're not, if you don't, I mean, this is even something where, I mean, you could just have that up on the screen. If you want just the kids to look at their computers, and you read out loud to them, like you can have them just kind of gather around and just read out loud to them. You don't have to necessarily show all the slides up on the projector, because they will have it right there in front of them.
Yes.
So you can just turn the projector off and do the blank screen or whatever, and then you can do the
I know.
It's really cold. Yeah, I know, and all of a sudden, like, after you look outside, it's starting to get darker.
Yeah.
I never really have to say that.
Sweatshirts on.
All right.
Fine.
Cool. Right on time.
So Pear Deck in the night,
Yep. Remember, if you need any support at all, please ask. If you need any kind of help getting things uploaded or figuring it out, make sure you ask. We'll be there to help.
Also, don't forget your yoga pants tomorrow.
yeah.
I said more.
T25, done.
Here's a really quick one.
I'm not taking the video.
Here's a really quick question about that. Can we start something?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, get it like regular and going from everybody, okay.
4:15.
And it's only 25 minutes, lady.
Yeah, like if we did it like once, like twice a week maybe.